I have a lot of thoughts here. Like, I've been using it for about a week now. There are some parts of this thing that are absolutely incredible and some other parts that feel weird or borderline unfinished. There are all kinds of new technologies, from a new operating system to infrared eye tracking to virtually reconstructed versions of you.
In this video. So for starters, and I'm not really sure if I have a concrete order to all of this, so my apologies if this seems kind of jumbled together, but the unboxing experience to me was the first thing that I saw, and it seems super premium, which is not a real shocker to me. But what is pretty shocking is just how huge the travel case is. Like, how am I supposed to travel with this thing? Sure, it's fine if you're tossing it in your car, but there's no way in my mind I can bring that case on a plane, at least not alongside my usual carry-on items. I did notice that there's a protective sleeve that comes on the Vision Pro to cover the glass. So honestly, for the plane, my thought was I might just detach the straps or maybe fold it up and just use that like protective cover that goes over the glass and just kind of shove that in the top of my backpack. I feel like that'll be fine. Now, speaking of straps, the major takeaway is that the default like single loop strap just ain't it. The dual loop one obviously looks more comfortable, and according to those who have worn it in these videos, it is more comfortable. And even I can kind of attest to that, because even though the top strap band that I tested back in June is definitely not the same one that Apple is shipping today, regardless, redistributing some of that weight to the top of your head makes way more sense for comfort.
I can't believe this moment is here. So the Solo Knit has a little tightener right back here. So you just tighten that to get a nice snug fit. I'm gonna press this to hold to align my eyeballs. Oh my gosh. It's happening! Whoa! There's an Apple logo that just popped up! I can see everything! I see you! A little hello has just written itself across my screen. Oh my gosh. All right, so now it's telling me to bring my iPhone, iPad nearby to get started. So let's set it up. This is so I'm using my phone right now, and it's like I am seeing with my real eyes. All right, so this is the first time that you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. The cool thing is, basically on day one, we're gonna have access to over 1 million apps because of the App Store. With all of the iPhone apps, the iPad apps, a lot of these are compatible with Vision Pro, so it's super exciting that we will be able to use a lot of those apps seamlessly right on the Vision Pro day one. This is what the Vision Pro App Store looks like. Now, the tech in this thing is what is really so impressive. Just the cameras and the sensors alone, and the way that they are able to duplicate such a real life experience with the pass-through video. There's 2 main cameras on the front, 2 on the side, 2 IR illuminators, 4 downward cameras, 2 true depth cameras, and a LiDAR scanner right in the front. With all of these, this lets you casually have your hands placed on your lap, to the side, or really almost anywhere, and still be able to pinch to select. Now, doing a FaceTime in Vision Pro, I will say, is probably one of the wildest experiences. Oh my gosh. Okay, we were just debating like what's your hair stripe gonna look like?
It kind of looks blended out, right? It doesn't get the spikiness, but it's there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the faces are impressive, I think.
Right?
Very, very. It's just at the edge of Uncanny Valley. Like, I know what you guys look like, so I know that they look like you.
This is like, I mean, I feel like this is like a 9 out of 10, like of how we actually look.
It's pretty good. And also like skin tones too, because all three of us have very different complexions too, and I feel like I think he did a pretty good job.
Every single time I get on a FaceTime call with this, it's the same reaction of, whoa, like this is weird.
Yeah.
And I realize I've gotten used to it, and I think after a while, everyone using this is just gonna get used to it after you get over the initial, holy crap, look at this thing.
Well, thank you guys, this was cool.
This is dope. This is dope. Thumbs. I saw more of one of his thumbs. Yeah. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Around this point, where most people would take a break from this thing.
I think it was the combination of FaceTiming and screen recording, but the top of this is very warm. I think it's time to switch into the dual loop band. Feels pretty good.
I ended up being happy that Apple didn't strap this thing's battery to my head. I got used to the hanging pack, especially when I put it in this.
It's as cool as a BlackBerry holster.
I had to charge the battery every 2 to 3 hours, so most of the time I just stayed plugged into the wall, but not for my next activity.
And here is our recipe: balsamic mushroom and sausage pasta.
Crouton is a recipe app for the Vision Pro, so I put the window on one side of the kitchen and got cooking.
It is not recommended to prepare food while wearing the Apple Vision Pro. Okay, sure.
Don't worry, my producers were standing by to make sure I was safe. Prepping food was really natural, especially...
I could cut onions all day in this. My eyes do not burn. This is amazing.
But the absolute best thing...
So I see the timer here, and now I can move it over the pasta. And now I have a second timer for 6 minutes that I'm putting over the mushrooms. This is just the coolest.
Was it perfect? No. You're still looking at life on a screen. In low light, I couldn't read things with smaller print because of pixelation.
Is there even pepper coming out? I cannot see it.
And some stuff just didn't look like the right color. But the display quality is far better than the other leading, though far more affordable, headset, the $500 Meta Quest 3.
This is pretty much ready. That's very good. What should I watch? Let's start with some Apple TV.
You can create a giant personal home theater in the Vision Pro. Because of rights, I couldn't screen record the 2D or 3D movies and shows that I watched. And even then, seeing it in this video wouldn't do it justice. There's Apple TV Plus, Disney Plus, and Paramount Plus. But no Netflix or YouTube apps. You have to watch those through the browser. And the cinematic 3D virtual reality videos Apple's offering...
This is the kind of stuff that makes me nauseous.
I do like one of the virtual reality features. Turn the digital crown on the top of the headset, and...
I am now in a 180-degree view of Yosemite.
If you're like me and...
Glasses on.
You have to get prescription inserts to use the Vision Pro.
I just click in like that. Wow, crazy. Browser, move over.
Okay, I didn't sleep with it. I'm not insane.
Good morning, everyone. That sounds delicious. Siri, what's the weather gonna be today? 51 and a chance of rain. Perfect skiing conditions.
Let me be clear. No one should ski with these on. Apple's very explicit when you first set up the headset to only use it in safe areas. But I headed to Camelback anyway, and worked with the mountain to make sure the entire bunny hill was closed off from others.
Hi!
And I only wore them briefly to record some video.
Siri, record spatial video. Nope, you gotta press the button. Holes on. Gloves on. Here we go.
The Vision Pro's ability to record and then watch spatial or 3D images and videos is pretty great. You can record spatial video with an iPhone 15 Pro, but hands-free recording is one of the best uses of connected eyewear, like Meta's Ray-Bans.
So what's it like wearing these for a day? Painful, but also insightful.